What's up, nerds and gamers from all walks of life? Just in case you didn't know, my name's Justin, and welcome to my channel, Just In Case Gaming. Now today, I have another special treat for you. The people over at WizKids and Paizo Pathfinder have released a brand new premium figure, or should I say, figures, for their new line, the City of Lost Omens. This is the adult red and adult black dragon, two fiery and acidic creatures for you to use in your next campaign. Let's not talk any more about it and delve into the review of the black and adult red dragon. As with my other videos, I went ahead and took the liberty of going ahead and taking these out of the box. Now this is the adult black dragon, 46 of 46. And that is because these two figures are the case incentive for the Pathfinder set, City of Lost Omens. Now these two retail for about $60. You can go online and find them. They're not too hard to find right now, but if you wait any longer, they might be hard to find. So, because typically with your case incentive figures like the Kraken from Monster Menagerie 3, or the Hydra from the Jungle of Despair set from Pathfinder, those are typically harder to find pre-painted on the aftermarket right now. But this is a gorgeous black dragon. As you can see, very detailed. The scales, you can see every little scale that is within his skin. I love the dry brushing that they did along this plated ridge here. I especially like the horns, the way that they have them curved in on each other, making it look like almost a helmet. And the paintwork is fantastic. You can't really see it on this camera too well. But there are these deep purple hues that are going throughout the wings and on these fins on its arms, and it transitions into the black very well. In the light, it looks stunning. And this is a very gnarly looking creature because black dragons, they make their homes in the swamps. I like the fins that come down the spinal ridge into the tail here. I especially love these bat-like claws that are on its wings. It's a gorgeous miniature. Love to make their lairs in swamps and old decrepit buildings and ruins of old cities. They're very nasty creatures that way, but their ideologies that might seem gross or putrid to others is very much what they love. They love that, going inside the swamps and making their lairs. They have a breath weapon, and that breath weapon is acid. So they spew this acid breath onto their enemies and cause necrotic damage. I love this miniature. So that's the black dragon. And then the second miniature that comes in this case incentive is actually this adult red dragon. This is the adult red dragon, 45 of 46, and its wingspan is huge. Take a look at this. It's unfurled like that so that it is looking like it is the biggest and baddest dragon on the campus. I love the way that they did these spines that are coming down. And red dragons, typically, their horns that are near the top of their head are supposed to look like a crown because they are the stereotypical dragon. When you think of a dragon, tell me that this is not what you think of. Just a big red dragon. And I love the detailing that they were able to get within these wings. Semi-translucent in the wings. Very much like the skin that a dragon would have. These are very sharp. These spikes that adorn its wings, very, very sharp. And if you can see here throughout the tail, it has all of these, I guess you'd call them almost like webbing that comes out. But in the Pathfinder line, there is a gargantuan version of this dragon, and these become more plated as it matures and grows. And as you can see, all of the detail that is in the dragon's tail there, going up into the gnarly looking mouth. Now, red dragons, their breath weapon is fire. They are the stereotypical dragon. These guys love causing chaos. They are very much the only thing in their minds. They're very covetous. They're the most covetous of all of the other dragon types. They are also some of the most feared and revered of the dragons. They love nothing more than to guard their hoards of treasure. And I'll go more into the lore of these figures here in just a second, but I wanted to give you another quick overview of the figure itself. It has these deep reds that really on camera, it doesn't do it much justice, how deep these reds are, but they look fantastic in person. I love how they even went really nasty with the teeth there, making it look like he has not brushed his teeth in ages. Now, to kind of give you a size comparison, here is the human paladin from the Theros set that we just reviewed. And here it is next to the adult red dragon. And here it is next to the adult black dragon. So a very imposing dragon miniatures for both of these. Here it is with a smaller player character. Here's the satyr from the Mythic Odysseys of Theros set. And here it is next to the black dragon. Okay. Now, here is the emissary of Perforos from the Mythic Odyssey of Theros. As you can see, quite big in size. And I was actually able to get my hands on this one. This is the large green dragon from the City of Lost Omens set. So you can actually get all three of these dragons in this set. But this is a large, so it's much smaller than these guys. Very young. And now I will show you how big it is compared to the gargantuan red dragon. This is from the Paizo unpainted deep cuts line. This is an unpainted gargantuan red dragon, but I painted this guy up myself. And here he is next to his younger brother or sister, whatever. And here's what I was talking about with the tail. See how it's turned into these plates as it grew up, and the crown and the spinal ridge here, they actually stand more upright as it gets older. And of course the wings do flesh out. And here he is next to the black dragon. Still working on all of my camera work and everything, and I will actually get a tablecloth. I'm thinking a white tablecloth to go on my table here so that you all will be able to see the miniatures better. So let's go ahead and get a little background on these two chromatic dragon types and take a look at what they look like on a gaming terrain table. The black dragon is the most evil-tempered and vile of the chromatic dragons. Black dragons collect the wreckage and treasures of fallen peoples. These dragons loathe seeing the weak prosper and revel in the collapse of humanoid kingdoms. They make their homes in fetid swamps and crumbling ruins where kingdoms once stood. With deep-socketed eyes and broad nasal openings, a black dragon's face resembles that of a skull. And as a black dragon ages, the flesh around its horns and cheekbones deteriorate as though eaten by acid, leaving only a thin layer of hide that enhances its skeletal appearance. A black dragon dwells in swamps and on the frayed edges of civilization. A black dragon's lair is a dismal cave or grotto or ruin that is at least partially flooded, providing pools where the dragon rests and where its victims ferment. The lair is littered with acid-pitted bones of its previous victims and the fly-ridden carcasses of its kills, watched over by crumbling statues. Centipedes, scorpions, and snakes infest the lair, which is filled with the stench and of death and decay. The red dragon is the most covetous of the true dragons. Red dragons tirelessly seek to increase their treasure hoards. They are exceptionally vain, even for dragons, and their conceit is reflected in their proud bearing and their disdain for other creatures. The odor of sulfur and pumice surrounds a red dragon, whose swept-back horns and spinal frill defines its silhouette. Its beaked snout vents smoke at all times, and its eyes dance with flame when it's angry. Its wings are the longest of any chromatic dragon, and have a blue-black tint along the trailing edge that resembles metal burnt blue by fire. Red dragon lairs are high in the mountains or hills, dwelling in caverns under snow-capped peaks, or within the deep halls of abandoned mines and dwarven strongholds. Caves with volcanic or geothermal activity are the most highly prized red dragon lairs, creating hazards that hinder intruders and letting searing heat and volcanic gases wash over a red dragon as it sleeps. With its hoard well protected deep within the lair, a red dragon spends much of its time outside the mountain as in it. For a red dragon, the great heights of the world are the throne from which it can look out to survey all it controls, and the wider world it seeks. There you have it, gamers. Two very tumultuous creatures for you to add to your next campaign. When you're going around in the caves, what will you come across? An adult red dragon? Or will you be stuck in the swamps and find yourself fighting a necrotic black dragon? Thank you very much for taking a look at this review, and if you like what you see, hey, drop a like down below, or comment, or hey, if you're feeling really up to it and you like the content that you see, please subscribe to my channel. And just in case you forget, my name's Justin, and this is Just In Case Gaming. Be good out there, stay nerdy, and stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.